Is the most profound dimension of Eastern cultures that we told you your life is your karma. This means your life is your making. There is no manager sitting, I'm not talking about you guys. There's no manager sitting up there and managing you. Your life is your karma. The way you do it is the way it happens. There is no other way. Only because over 99% is happening unconsciously, it looks like some other force is manipulating you. All bad drivers are like this. When they get into some kind of a crash, I was driving properly only, something happened. Have you heard this? Something happened, something supernatural happened and I crashed my car. No, you're just a dumb driver. So the same thing goes for life. The same thing goes for life, that we constantly reminded you. Now in this generation, it's lost in probably maybe your mother or let's say your grandmother's generation. If they sit down, stood up, they said karma, prarabdha, mukti, moksha. These are proper day-to-day conversation, not spiritual conversation. Yes or no? Every day, it's time you bring it back, because karma means you're reminding yourself, everything that I'm doing and not doing is my fundamental responsibility. If you ask me, people have been asked, whether you're awake or asleep, 4 dimensions of karma are happening all the time. Since you woke up today morning, except for that bad karma you did. No, you don't have to reveal that. Since you woke up today morning till this moment, just a few hours, how much of these 4 dimensions of karma did you perform consciously?
Should I answer? I was not conscious while performing my actions, they just happened.
I'm saying for almost every human being is well below 1%. If you take in a day, well below 1%. So when 99% of your actions are accidental or unconscious, you do one thing, you just drive here. Here the traffic is very slow, it's safe to try this experiment. 99% of the time, just close your eyes and simply sit like this. Once in a way, handle the steering. Let's see where you will be in 5 minutes. This is a disaster of human life. So you must understand this memory within yourself. Everything, every thought, every emotion, every action, every moment that you do, in some way is recorded into this. This memory creates a tendency for you, because so much memory is gathered, naturally, it's like software, you're writing unconscious software every moment. See, if you walk from here to here, I'm telling you, there are at least 25 different kinds of smells. You're not conscious unless something is very strong, acute, in some way, in a positive or negative way, then you will notice, otherwise you're not noticing. You will see if a dog passes, he's just figuring out what you have done, what you have not done, your good karma, bad karma, everything is just figuring out. Yes or no? You also are conscious, your system also is perceiving it, because your neurological system is far more superior to the dog's neurological system. Do you agree with me? Hello? Dog lovers, is it okay? Human neurological system is far more advanced than any other creature, you also capable. But because of cerebral activity, you're missing it. You do one thing, just go asking, I have not articulated this till recently, but some people have been asking me, so I'm these days talking to them and I'm saying, what is the mission? They ask me. I say, the mission is just this, religion to responsibility. You think it is there, no, it's here. This is what karma means, that you understand you're the source of your life. Is there no other force working in the universe? Yes, it is. But even to harness this, harness that is your business, isn't it? Hello? Even to harness that is your business, otherwise what's the point? So karma means your life is your making. There is nothing else that can decide. If you take charge of your body, let's say you have some mastery over your physical body, 15 to 20% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. If you take charge of your mental process, 50 to 60% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. If you take charge of your basic life energy into your hands, 100% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. Every young person must first explore this dimension before you step out into the world and mess other people. Yes, very important. But what is the fix for the morning's bad karma? You must understand, karma is not like reward and punishment system. It is just residual. Literally means smell. So, depending upon the type of smell, accordingly you draw that type of life towards you, or you move in that direction, that's what they're trying to say. But this is essentially, to put it in modern terminology, you're building an unconscious software, so naturally it begins to function in a certain way. It doesn't matter what is the software, can you rewrite it? Of course you can. That is also your karma. So will you allow unconscious activity that you have performed to rule the nature and destiny of your life, or will you make sure it is the conscious activity that you perform which will rule the destiny of your life? This is something you have to decide. You must learn to be happy with your compulsions. Anyway, you have the compulsion. If you are not happy with it, now you have two problems, compulsion and unhappiness. At least if you have one problem, it's easier to deal with it. Live in the jungle for some time, you will see suddenly your sense of smell. You just know everything just by raising your nose a little bit, sticking your nose out, you just know what's coming, what's going. You will see in the villages in India, they'll say it's going to rain today, you understand? Nothing, no sign of rain, no cloud, no nothing. He'll simply… and he'll say it's going to rain today, and it will, because the changes are happening in the atmosphere. So, because of this unconscious nature, if you walk from here to here, these 25 smells, for example, are all recorded in the system. And all like this, visual inputs, audio inputs, everything is recorded. Depending upon the type of material you've taken in, slowly you'll develop an unconscious tendency. Suddenly you'll like this, not something else, because of the kind of inputs you have taken in. These tendencies, traditionally, because you're coming from the scripture, traditionally we call this vasanas. Vasana is a very good expression because vasana… You have your compulsions, learn to look at it joyfully. This doesn't mean you're happy about your compulsions, you are happy. Why always we're talking about joy and love and things is to keep the mind pleasant, to keep the emotion pleasant. Because when your mind and emotions are pleasant, you are flexible, we can do many things with you. When your mind and your emotions are in unpleasant, you become rigid. Nothing can be done about you. So already you have one problem, don't create the next one. Unhappiness is unpleasantness. Now when you're in a state of unpleasantness, nobody can touch you, nobody can help you, nobody can do anything with you. If you're in a state of pleasantness, you're willing to be molded into a different shape, isn't it? When you're in a state of unpleasantness, if you become fluid, it's great. From being solid to become flexible, then to become fluid, then to become gaseous, then to become nothing. That looks like a progression, isn't it? So, it's important to keep yourself flexible. Flexibility is not possible when you are in any state of unpleasantness, either in the mind or in the emotion. So that's the reason why being joyful, being loving, being happy, being peaceful is important only for this reason. So don't create double problem, you already have enough. And these are not the only compulsions you have many more. And the very purpose of samyama is to bring all those things that you have hidden out, because the deeper you bury them, the more they will grow. So this is a place to pull them out, dry them in such a way Bigger problem than whatever damn compulsions you have. A far bigger problem, because now you cannot be touched, you cannot be molded, you cannot be helped. So first settle that. Whatever the nonsense you are, first thing is learn to be joyful and loving. Now, it's easy to work with you, it's easy to help you, it's easy to reach out to you, it's easy to do things with you beyond your likes. Because your likes and dislikes are the basic compulsions. If we have to help you out of that, you have to be in a pleasant state. If you're in an unpleasant state, we cannot make you do something that you do not like. You will do only what you like. The more unhappy people are, the more they will insist, I'll do only this is how I am. Joyful people are flexible. You can make them dance, you can make them cry, you can make them jump. They'll do everything when they're happy. They're flexible. Don't lose your flexibility. That's the most important thing. That's the reason in the morning yoga, starting with your back, slowly you'll work up to the head. Because flexible, they cannot grow again. If you put yourself through intense enough sadhana, you will see when you go out in the world, so many of your simple compulsions are gone. And I'm telling you, if you had the compulsions that you had just a week ago, you cannot sit like this, which all of you have been doing wonderfully well. You cannot sit when there are compulsions. Yes, this and that nonsense is coming, it's not that you become 100% free, but so many of your compulsions are finished. That's why you're able to sit. Everything is hurting. Who is not hurting? Everybody is hurting, including me. For me, only one leg, for you both. That much exemption I have because I have to sit through many samyamas. Only one leg. For you, both legs. It's hurting, that is the whole thing. Hurts, I want to get up. Get hungry, I want to run and eat. Get rid of your potatoes because all your experience of life will go. Just dry them in such a way they don't keep growing. What is there is there. The same damn potato grows into a million, that is an exaggerated potato, isn't it? So you dry them and just keep it as what it is. See, it is like this. You have 5 minutes of intense experience, let's say of pain or fear or some torturous experience or something which was abhorrent to you. 5 minutes. This 5 minutes of potatoes will multiply and multiply and multiply and rule your whole life. Wherever you go, that's what you talk about. Wherever you are, that's what you think about. If something moves, you think the same thing is going to happen. Because you're multiplying your potatoes, you bury them and they're multiplying. They will become millions of potatoes, same kind, abhorrent kind. Now, you dry this potato and keep it, it is there. It's a good experience. If you went through a real bad experience, it's a good experience because these are invaluable. What you learn through unpleasant moments in your life is invaluable. Feel like this, I want to go and pee. That is what… we've outgrown that. Very hungry, but it doesn't matter. Very painful, it doesn't matter. It's a terrible compulsion. Most people won't bear it for 2 minutes, they'll hop around. Now you're just sitting. And somebody sitting next to you, they're also doing ba ba boo boo boo. They're pulling out all their potatoes, not just yours. You also have to bear with the surrounding potatoes. Rotten potatoes just spilling all over the place, but still. So don't complain, you're doing great. But still there are a lot of potatoes to pull out. They need to be every day pulled out, every day. Just doing it once a year, 7 days, is not good enough. Every day, you pull them out, dry them up and keep them in. Dry them to such a point where they cannot sprout again. Then it's okay, potatoes are useful. You should… If you forget that experience, you are a fool. Only a fool will try to forget. If you are smart, you must remember every unpleasant experience you had without resentment, without anger, without unpleasantness, just in your memory always, so that you never ever get into the same situations again. If you burn your experience, you'll go through the same nonsense all over. We just want to pull out the potatoes, dry them in such a way that they cannot sprout, but we want to preserve the potatoes. We don't want to get rid of them. Otherwise, you'll be again an ignorant fool who'll do the same things all over again. The value of life's experience cannot be thrown away. The value of lifetimes of experience definitely cannot be thrown away. It's needed. If you can keep them at a distance and use them as experience. If you let it grow into you, then it just poisons your whole life. Karma is the only thing, the memory of experience is the only thing which can bring wisdom to you. And it is the only thing which can bind you. And it is one thing which can so heavily poison your life that it can destroy you. So karma